The plan was to become world champion, so we'll see.
This is one of the deepest conversations about chess you'll ever hear.
His brain must tell him, subconsciously, that the title that we both gave up, me and you, Magnus, yeah?
Grandmaster Anish Giri speaks openly with me about his inner struggles.
So the problem was that I wanted to basically quit it.
We also talk at length about his rivals, including Magnus and Hikaru.
Given his interviews and his statements throughout his career and his career path and things he's been doing, it is so important for him, the Candidates Tournament.
And about the upcoming Candidates Tournament.
It is so crucial for the game, for its integrity, that you care and your opponent cares.
Do not miss our Blitz game at the end. Oh, the Gambit. I like it as well.
Well prepared, of course. Yeah.
I play this with white, actually.
Oh, no.
I like this one. Hi, Anish. Welcome back to the show. Thrilled to be talking to you. How are you doing?
Thank you. No, it's a pleasure once again, and looking forward to another episode with you, Greg.
It's been a great year for you. Last time we spoke on the podcast, you told me about your plan, well, probably half jokingly, to qualify for the candidates and fight for the title, but not in this cycle, but in the next one, because you said that your opponents will grow older and start having their own kids, and your kids will grow up. But you somehow managed to do all this in this very cycle. Are you surprised? Was that the plan?
Well, to be fair, I haven't yet managed all this. The plan was to become world champion, so we'll see. Maybe this is just little training, little experiment, but no, you have to try. And speaking of the cycles, I always remember this famous Karpov story, yeah, when it said that this is not our cycle. There was some famous Karpov story that he was very good at some point, but he stumbled in that cycle, and he and his coach, they were like, this is not our cycle. And my coach told me that later as well. Vladimir Chuchilov, you had podcast with him as well. At some point, he made this not our cycle joke. Then Magnus did that thing where he skipped the cycle. I think Fabi also at some point missed somewhere early on, and also, so I think this thing with not your cycle, it's a thing. Okay, maybe this is also not my cycle, but I'm really happy. I gave it a shot for the candidates, and it somehow magically worked out. And now I'm looking forward to the candidates enormously, of course. Yeah.
What do you think is the key reason for your series of good performances this year? Like, what helped you gain this form?
I think maybe one way to try to explain my fluctuations in level over last maybe 10 years, if I look back, is maybe that I noticed that sometimes certain things change in life or in chess, so that could be that, let's say, okay, I got children at some point, multiple ones, or I move apartments, whatever, or I'm trying to get a driver's license. There's these kind of things that happen in my life. There are also things that happen in the chess world. Like, let's say that, I don't know, some player appears, like, let's say the generation of players appears. There's also things that certain maybe openings change, or new engines come out. So I think whenever there's like some big changes happening, I think there is a period where I'm sort of adjusting to that. And maybe this is why I've had few periods with dips. So I had, I think, a dip in 2016, I believe. I'm thinking, because I played the candidates in 2016. That was couldn't have been my... No, 2015 was maybe the dip. Yeah, when my son was... No, sorry. The dip came after... Basically, I had a dip at some point. Yeah, 16, I think. After the candidates, probably. There was a dip I had when I lost... I got out of top 10. Mm-hmm. And then I came back. And then I had another dip, which was the one recently. Somewhere around the time when me and you spoke. When I got out of top 10 again. Yeah, I just had to sort of readjust to new circumstances in both cases. And then, the thing about top chess is that I think everybody comes back eventually. Everybody comes back to the top. The thing is that some people give up. So, and it is easy to give up because sometimes you might not be doing very well for a while. And you could explain yourself by saying, maybe something is wrong with you. Let's say you are maybe too old, you lose motivation, or you don't even want to come back anymore. And it's kind of tempting at some point when you are down to just be like, I don't even want to be up. Like, anyway, chess is hard. Anyway, some would say, I can make more money just buying Bitcoin instead or whatever. Why am I doing this whole thing? It's not worth it. I never really enjoyed it. I'm really tired. Like, I mean, they don't say I never really enjoyed it, but they say like, the downs were higher than the ups and all this stuff. And so many strong top players, they basically give up. And I'm not going to name names, but you can look at through recent chess history, there are people that have came out of top 10 to top 20, and they just don't come back, and they don't really try. They reduce their participation in events, and they are aged, let's say, 30 to 40, and they just don't really feel like, and then they're just done. But I think that if they were chose to keep trying, I think they would all come back, because you can prepare, you can do different things, but basically it's the kind of skill that is really hard to gain, but also really hard to lose. Like you show a certain position to a top player, and somehow he will just see all the good options, and it's this kind of skill. You just don't lose it in 3 months. So if you have sort of a dip in your rating or your level for 3 months, that it's temporary, something like you'll come back. It's not like you can suddenly stop being good at chess. It's not possible. Like it was such a long journey to make it to the top. And it's also a very long journey down. You can't just unlearn chess. Unlearning chess is a very slow process that takes a long time.
Did you have similar moments? You said that you had those dips. How close were you to saying that, oh, chess is so hard, maybe I should give up and do something else, because you are successful as a family man, now as an entrepreneur as well?
Family man is not a job, but it's, thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's, although I think nowadays with the content creation, family man can also be a job, I'm sure. You start a channel, family man, on YouTube, and you can do a good job probably if you have good content. But on all seriousness, good question. I guess the first time it was not even a question at all. I was very, very young, and I just had to keep going. The thing is that it is somewhat tempting to shift to rapid and blitz. That's a very, very common path nowadays for players. A lot of players just shift to rapid and blitz, and even they do it in such a way that they don't even say that they retire from classical. They just say that rapid and blitz is the way to play anyway, and classical is the boring one. You could try. I mean, I don't know. Shifting to freestyle is not yet feasible, I guess. There's not enough infrastructure there, and not reliable one. But yeah, I mean, you don't have to. So yeah, it was a thought. There was a moment before my dip, actually, which explains my dip. Like before my dip, I had a thought for a moment, and maybe I should switch to just rapid and blitz. And now looking back, I realized that was a warning. Like that's a bad thought to have. If you have that thought, that means something is. That something is wrong with your classical. And yeah, I had that thought, and my next tournament was really, really bad. And then I had the motivation to come back as well. And no, I didn't really have I didn't want to quit. Again, I'm too. It would be tempting to quit. Like again, it's the whole idea, because now I'm sitting here actually in Doha, and I see this beautiful water. I have an amazing room, and the temptation to just go on a beach and just chill, and feel that you retire with good consciousness, is so tempting sometimes when you're tired. But honestly, I think it's just too early at my age to do that, and. So it wasn't really a thought for me. For me, it's not easy. Like I feel very, very bad when I lose, of course, but the thought of retiring is not something that comes quickly to me. It was not really a thought, but I do say, yeah, throughout my recent few years, there were moments when I had that thought that maybe to just play rapid and blitz, and basically give up on the classical. Like, I don't know whether to play those events or not, but basically just give up on it. Now that's obviously not the case with the candidates tournament. This is by far the central thing in my chess calendar. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good news for your fans and bad news for haters. You said that you thought that probably there was something wrong with your classical at that point when that dip began. What you were talking about, the change in the so-called chess paradigm, chess scene that you were not ready for, or what was the reason? Because as you already said...
Well, that was exactly... So the problem was that I wanted to basically quit it. That was the problem. And that was the problem with my classical. Like, you can't play classical chess thinking that maybe you should just play rapid and blitz instead. Like, this is...
So it was psychology.
Yeah, of course, it was basically a motivation issue. Like, I lost motivation for a moment. I think it must have happened after the previous World Championship cycle, yeah? I think so. I think I must have, I don't recall the details, but I must have been very frustrated with the end of the last World Championship cycle, with the circuit spot slipping away, and didn't have many tournaments, that were motivating enough lined up. And I did have the Vacanze and Grand Chess Tour, of course, but at this point, I think, probably the World Championship cycle actually probably was the impact on me, that I didn't have the cycle coming for a while. The circuit was, I was heartbroken by the circuit. So you're not going to it's like, if you're heartbroken, you're not going to go into another relationship, right? Very quickly, I guess. So it was the same. I don't want to try the circuit again after the previous one. And I just sort of lost motivation there, I guess, for a while. And but it came really quickly. You really need motivation for sure. Of course, I kept working, but I think the loss in motivation, it impacts the way you play. It's not just that you stop working. I kept working throughout, but it's such a close sport, top chess, classical chess. It's all such small nuances that if you're not 100% fully behind it, if you go to the tournament and you are not 100% behind, the ambition is not 100% there, then somewhere you will make a small misstep, somewhere you will not be sharp enough. And like this, half a point here, half point there, finally, instead of +3, you are on -3 and it's all over. So yeah, I actually, looking back, I never really thought about it, but probably I just had a little mental crisis after the candidate cycle that didn't go well. Probably was just that, actually. And then the new cycle started and I was feeling good again, I guess. I guess it's as simple as that.
Guys, at the end of this episode, we played a Blitz game and Anish hit me with a gambit against my French defense. Funny thing, I actually like playing this gambit with white too, and I recommend it to players of all levels. It's tough to face in classical and especially in Blitz. I made a short opening course on this gambit and it's free for the next 10 days on chessreps.com. They are the new sponsor of the podcast and I love their website. You can practice openings there in many different ways, play your lines against engines of different levels, drill the lines against the clock, or solve puzzles from real positions in your opening. I'm a fan and I love that they now support the podcast. You can access this gambit and some other openings on ChessReps for free. It's genuinely an amazing experience learning openings on this website, and I recommend you click the link in the description and try it for yourself. Even if you're watching this more than 10 days after the podcast release, you can still check out some lines for free using the link in the description. So for you, the key motivation is the opportunity to potentially become the world chess champion, classical one, right?
Yeah, probably. But I have to say that I noticed it, and I've also noticed it now because I just finished the Global Chess League. And I also remember I had those similar thoughts at some point during the online Champions Tour, and sometimes even during Tile Tuesdays. Like, chess is a very interesting sport. Like, of course, we have the candidate cycle, which is obviously motivating for anyone because there's like lots of, at the very least, there is also money at stake. Yeah. So money is a very easy motivation that is just, it comes very natural to almost everyone. Yeah. Like, and it's easy to explain. It's just, you say, okay, there's $1 million, prize fund or what, or not even prize. The prize fund is bigger than $1 million. Like, it's $1 million at stake or more, millions at stake. And that's it. Yeah. Like, okay, you are motivated. People around you understand that you should be motivated and so on. Your opponents are motivated. So it's all very clear. But there are some events where you could sometimes wonder, yeah, like, okay, this is not a championship cycle, but like, how much should I care? How much does my opponent care? Like, and then what it means that you don't care? Like, also with Hikaru, right? It says, I don't care. What exactly means I don't care? Okay, these are the words, but like, how does it impact your action? Like, the fact that you don't care, does it mean the loss doesn't hurt you? Or does it mean that you do not prepare? That's a big thing. I think preparation, and I think we'll come back to that probably in one of the future questions, because I think preparation is a key in when it comes to caring. Like, if you don't care, then why do you prepare so hard? Yeah. And if you do care, then why don't you prepare? So there's like lots of ways to caring and not caring. But what was interesting is sometimes I have those events and I'm playing a certain game, and suddenly I just realize, I really care about this game. I don't really know, and I prepare really hard also for certain games, and it could be some rapid event, it could be some online thing. And then I realize, it is so much fun to care. Like, the thing is and then I realize, I need that I care. And I also need that my opponent cares as well, because it is so crucial for the game, for its integrity, that you care and your opponent cares. And that's almost the only thing that matters. And I had that at some point during this online tour events. At some point I felt that from the preparation and from the games that, because COVID started and then we had no more championship cycle, nothing, everything was frozen. And, I was wondering, like, what is this going on, this online? But at some point I started playing and I realized, no, like, we all care, all of us sitting there, like we are preparing and we are trying, and the losses hurt us and the wins give us. And then, it's not even the money, because there are other ways to make money, and money is different. Sometimes it's starting fees and it's not even the prizes, but like, it's kind of an interesting thing that there's certain agreement sometimes between the players that, we all care, and then it's fun. And then it doesn't even matter what's going on, what is this event, whether that's Tile Tuesday or it's Champions Tour, or maybe it's Global Chess League. And the whole thing of, it's a very interesting discussion. I've heard Fabiano speak about it on his podcast various moments. It's a thing that he's also really grappling with as well as a player. He's often asking in his podcast to Christian, and I feel it's cry for help. He's like, but Christian, what's important? Yeah, like, is the money important? Is the title? What is important? And he wants to look for, the meaning in his life, right? What is important? Why am I doing this? And this is interesting because we love the process. But for it to really work, we need that we care. For us to care, you need a bunch of circumstances, and you want to feel that other people care. And these are interesting things. And what makes World Championship Cycle unique is that, well, even that is a question now because Carlsen is not there, right? But like in general, what usually makes Classical Championship Cycle unique is that everybody is in agreement that this is something we care about. And then let's play the game, because I just want to play the game, and I want to play the game with these guys, who are also playing the game, and it's, Magnus or Mustreader. And if somebody wants to leave the game, just leave the game, it's fine. But if you are in the game, let's play the game, where we all care, we do our best, and we try to win. And it doesn't matter for me what is the time control. It doesn't matter for me what is the name of the tournament, but we all have to be in agreement that we care. And as soon as we will care, there will be ideas, there will be emotion, and then people will also care because they will see that, the public feels. And it will also manifest itself in simple ways like beautiful games, but also in emotions and tension. And some people are acting, but even the emotions also, you could see raw emotion and you could also see a fake emotion. And nowadays with content creation, there are plenty of examples of fake emotion, and it's very easy to tell. They still get views, but the things that really move people is the real emotion. And I think it's possible to tell that. So, I don't remember what you asked, but basically this was my rant about things that matter. I
love this rant. By the way, if we go further in your logic, probably one could assume that Fabi is relatively underperforming in Title Tuesdays because he says that this is like a nonsensical tournament on his podcast, something like that.
Of course, that's a whole other topic with Title Tuesdays and Fabi's and this whole, of course, also the moment when he's wondering about the integrity of the competition, then of course the whole thing becomes much harder to as well. It's all a question, Title Tuesday is an interesting topic because they're trying, right? They were trying very hard they call it the Premier League of chess. I think they're really trying to rebrand Tile Tuesday. They're trying to make it a big weekly thing, which I think was actually at some point I had that thought myself. I don't think, it's not a difficult thought, but I also thought it's would be epic to make something big out of it. One way, of course, is by raising the money, but just money is, again, it's not so simple. It's not enough. There has to be a lot of things for, it's difficult. Again, of course, integrity of it is crucial, but I take it for granted. I assume that it all has integrity, whether it's all over the board or online. But also, again, we have to care. There has to be preparation involved, because preparing is a way to show that you care. Let's say the moment we play Tile Tuesday and some of the players don't really care, then for those who care, it's hard to care as well. Because like I said, the most important thing, and that is sometimes I came back to those, I had those matches, these online matches, and I think why do we both care so much? It doesn't matter. Now that we both care, we're locked in. This is then the game. Maybe it's not the World Championship final, and it is Meltwater Champions Tour or whatever it was, how it was called. But we both cared really much, and that made it a lot of fun for us. I don't know who enjoyed those events as spectators, and that's a different story. But for me as a player, it's important that if we play a competition, that we all care And I don't need that you say in the interview that you care, but I can tell it from the way people play. Yeah. So I think it's important that people care about events that they play in, for sure.
So what's your hierarchy of events that you care most about? I understand that the World Chess Championship cycle is number one. What comes next?
Yeah, no, but that's the funny thing is that that hierarchy can be overthrown in the moment. And suddenly, I wasn't planning to care, but suddenly, like I got hooked. Like I'm playing something, and suddenly I just suddenly start to care about some certain things that I wasn't going to care before. And it's because also when you play, losing and winning, it invokes certain emotions. Like sometimes what happens a lot is that people they don't care, then they lose the game, and then they are like, no, this is okay. I don't want to feel that again. And then they prepare very hard, or the opposite, they win and they feel so good, they want to feel that again. So I don't have a very strict... and also there's a phenomenon, which I am afraid I'm very guilty of, is that you want to care about things you do well at. This is also a thing, right? So I might not care, but the moment I'm in the final, I will care. So that is also a thing that matters, because also, it's probably better to play an online rapid event and win it. That will probably be more important for you rather than participate in a FIDE World Championship cycle and not win it, right? So the importance, of course, of one is more than the other, but the importance of winning the small one is bigger than participating in the other one. So there is some kind of thing there where at some point you should start caring maybe more about something than the other. And we also have all kinds of things like EWC. I read now somewhere there's an interview of Grishuk where he made some kind of, I didn't see the actual interview, I saw some excerpt, yeah? So I hope I'm not misquoting, but I saw something where he said about that he cares more about EWC qualification than some other big classical event that they were asking him about. Again, yeah, this is all players, and for people it's a very sensitive question, in a sense, because it's what we do. We're professional chess players. We play chess, and for us, what we care about, this is the crucial question, because without that, the whole thing loses its meaning. In general, in a vacuum, of course, World Championship cycle is by far now number one thing for me, for sure. And especially now that I'm in the running with the candidates, it's really huge. And right now, it's really by far the main thing. And everything I do around it now, all the events, they are in one way or the other aimed at trying to get into the best form and peak at the candidates. And other than that, we'll see it's a very flexible, changing environment, with formats coming and going, and we have to see how it all works out. And they announced not so long ago this total World Championship thing as well, and we'll see what's happening. Tile Tuesday was somewhat underwhelming, of course, so far, in some sense. I mean, but again, it probably depends for whom, Those who are doing very well on Tile Tuesday is probably their case, their weekly occupation. Probably for them, it's a big deal. But for me right now, it seems somewhat underwhelming from the side, because also frankly, because I'm just missing all of them. I was suddenly discovered that was going on Tile Tuesday, and I was still celebrating our Global Chess League with my team. So for me, it's just hard to schedule. But no, a lot of things, and it's hard to understand what to prioritize. But right now, the candidates makes it really easy for me, for sure. And that's also really, it's a really fun one, because what I like about this old-fashioned chess formats is that we play one game a day. Many people are critical of that. I know, I understand totally. But one game a day is, of course, the format where you can prepare for that one game. And this is a really fascinating format, because you can really prepare really hard. And of course, then they say that's the problem, that you can prepare. Okay, it has some disadvantages. But speaking of caring, and you will really get attached to an event where you prepare for one game each day. And, if you spend the entire day and you had a lot of time and resources also to prepare for something, then, of course, the result of the outcome of this game and this event will have a very strong impact on your emotional state, yeah? Because if you put all your entire soul into something, it's also like, okay, you're painting something, making a sculpture, and if that sculpture breaks in the end, depends if you started painting it 5 minutes ago, or if you spent a year making this beautiful sculpture and then it breaks. Or not breaks, but maybe you gift it to someone and somebody likes it. So there are two ways. But yeah, it's... when you have a lot of time to prepare for a game, it makes the game more meaningful. That's just... I think this is... to me, right now, it seems that it's just logic, but I'm sure there are other ways to look at this, and maybe I'm just looking at it from only one side. But in general, I think the FIDE cycle right now, World Championship cycle, very motivating, and the format also is. And the candidates tournament also has so much time now you can prepare for in advance. And it has a nice format that there's only one winner. So you have to really prepare to win a lot of games, which is very motivating. Because when you play a World Championship match, you know you can win only one game, it's enough. It's very motivating, but it motivates you to prepare very defensive approaches, frankly, with both colors. You see both players very, very tight always in the World Championship matches. Also with white, very, very safe, and with black also. And not only the way they prepared, not just the openings, because opening can be anything, but also the way they play, yeah? So the match itself, of course, is a peculiar format. It's a different one, but the candidates, that's the first stage. That one is very motivating because, you just know that, you have a lot of time. But when you do play those games, you need to win a bunch. And it's a lot of fun.
Thank you for your insights. By the way, do you think Hikaru cares about the candidates now?
This is fascinating. I think if I put myself into, and I think it's not so hard to put yourself into Hikaru's. Of course, there are a lot of things going on in Hikaru, and in everyone, but there are still certain main motivators that each person has. So you can try to think how it is being Hikaru, right? And what matters. And no matter how I look at the candidates from his perspective, like, simply from the financial incentives, which I think is quite relevant for him, given his interviews and his statements throughout his career and his career path and things he's been doing. It is so important for him, the candidates tournament. Like the thing is that it's not important for him he has the safety net, so he's doing really well regardless. But I mean, the upside of winning it is so huge for him. If he ends up playing the match or potentially becoming world champion, because also if he plays the match, it's a 50-50, right, in the match, because probably when you have a match right now, Hikaru against Gukesh, it's more or less 50-50, give or take. So the upside of Hikaru becoming world champion, for example, this is just insane for him. Just imagine that you have this, okay, he is the big streamer and all that, but if that big streamer is a world champion, suddenly it all comes together, and you've got this, these rings together, and you have these evil guys, once they collect all the rings, and they have the full power, it's in the Lord of the Rings, and also this other one where Avengers or whatever. So it's like he can suddenly have all of them at once, and then he unlocks the magical power of and then the cash will just start flowing, showering him from just from all angles. It will be, and the sponsorships, and the deals and everything, and the viewership, and so I think for him it must be very meaningful, this tournament, and I don't see a rational explanation as to why not. I just don't see it. I think it's for him it's absolutely huge.
But do you think that,
as it is for everyone, for everyone else?
That's the question. So do you think that you are, for example, more motivated than he is?
No, I don't. I don't think it's possible to be more motivated than that. It's really meaningful for everyone, and in a slightly different way. For I don't know, Andrei Spenko, he has his own story why it means the world for him. For me, it's my own story why it means the world for me. I just gave you the story of Hikaru, but I can give you that to you for anybody else. For Fabi, for example, this could just elevate him as to suddenly enter the conversation of like one of the greatest players of all time, pretty much. I mean, not like the top 3, of course, the famous one, but maybe top 10, top 20. Suddenly all his, we were talking about it in the Global Chess League, suddenly all these tournaments that he has been winning in his lifetime suddenly start to matter a lot, because you suddenly have a world champion with whatever, 30, 40, I don't know how many classical tournament victories that he's had, and all the Grand Chess Tour victories, So everybody has motivation, and it's obvious. And obviously Hikaru as well, and myself for sure. I mean, it's and that's why this event is so widely followed also, and so much anticipated, because people, they feel that all these players there, they care. Some people sometimes, from those who qualified, their chances, they feel is so small that they don't want to invest. They don't want to be too invested into this. And also, I guess if you start badly, I can imagine if you start badly, your chance again, once the chance becomes very small, you don't want to be too invested, yeah? Because if you are too invested emotionally in something where the outcome is extremely likely to be bad, then you are setting yourself up for failure, and that's something that you don't want to, subconsciously, something people try to avoid. But in Hikaru's case, I think right now his chance of success is okay. But of course, yeah, if somebody has a bad start, the brain will quickly rewire itself and tell yourself that, okay, Canada is not the most important thing in the world. You know, you have the, you know, it comes all the other things that, yeah, the other things are there. You have a good life, you know, you have memory, you have family, a YouTube channel and everything. And it's all good. But right now, I think everybody is fully motivated. Yeah.
I'll definitely ask you about your tier list for the candidates. But first of all, I'm wondering, do you think +3, +4, +5, what will be enough to win it this time?
Oh, this is, yeah, hard to say. I heard you speak to... No, actually, yes, I heard you speak to Boris.
Yeah, Gelfand.
Actually, I wasn't able to, Boris Gelfand, wasn't able to finish the podcast yet, so that was a busy day, but I'm looking forward enormously to finish it before the start of the tournament. Yeah, it's impossible to tell because it's not only about the participants that you have, but also it can be that suddenly, for some reason, it's all very close, yeah? But it could also be that suddenly, very early on, somebody is a big underdog, and it doesn't have to be the lowest rated player. It could be. I think last time Alireza was sometimes doing that. Like he would start badly, and because he's also ambitious, he would try to regain the standing, and then he would basically end up in a sort of a half tilt, half insane risk taking, which led to more lost games. And at some point, he was such a loose cannon that he's been losing to half the participants. And then it means that everybody gets an extra half a point as well because of that. Yeah, like at the top at least. And yeah, then if you needed +3, you need now +4. So I think it depends really on how tournament goes. And I think you can't predict it from before the start. Because again, if the fact that Alireza was one of those people, you know, who were like, yeah, if you look at the tournament standing or midway the tournament, it would look, if you hide the names, you would think that Alireza is the underdog, right?
Yeah.
That's what how you would interpret it. But he wasn't. He was just a favorite who had a bad start and then ended up risking too much. So you can't tell from just the ratings nowadays, but you need to see how the tournament dynamic will begin. And I think I don't see why it couldn't be either of those. It could be a +3, it could be +5. It could be a 2-horse race suddenly. I don't know which two horses. It could be a 3-horse race. It could be an even crazy event with everybody having chances with 3 rounds to go. Like, so we'll see.
But do you think people will play tight or loose? Because on the one hand, there are so many draws among you guys when we take the top players, and you all know the theory so well, it's hard to get an advantage or even get a playable position out of the opening. But on the other hand, everybody understands that they need to score wins to have the chance to fight for the first place. So what will happen?
Well, yeah, I mean, the story of being tight, I think it comes from incentive. So I think suddenly everybody is well prepared, and suddenly theory is an issue when draw is anyway fine, yeah? When there's no big incentive to finish first in a tournament, and when there's a very big incentive to be invited again for the next cycle, and there's incentive for everyone to not lose more than 7 rating points, then instead, you know, then suddenly openings are there to help make more draws. But if people are incentivized to go for the first place, you normally see in Canada's tournament that there's a lot of fight. But it could also be that there's a lot of resulting games, but people that have won in the first round, they lose the second round, and those who lost the first, and then they could get back to 50% by losing and winning a lot as well. So you can't predict it, but I mean, so far historically, Canada's tournament hasn't been a very dull affair, and I think that's for a good reason. I think if you collect 8 players that are good at chess, that all want to finish first at the tournament, give them a lot of time to prepare for that, mentally as well as chess-wise, I think you are bound to have an interesting tournament.
Yeah, the Hunger Games of chess will begin.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah, I mean, in some sense it's similar because I wanted to say that unlike some of those, movies or series, people are happy to be there, but then I remembered that sometimes even in those tournaments, yeah, they're happy before the start, but sometimes in the middle of the tournament, people they want to leave, the arena, but they can't.
Yeah.
so maybe Hunger Games or Squid Games, it could sometimes be a good comparison as well, because you enter it voluntarily. Like Squid Games, you vote every time, yeah, if you're in or out, and this is a little bit similar, yeah, but like maybe you want to go out, but it's already too late. Yeah, you have to stay there till the end.
Yeah, interesting. Those fun artworks with Squid Games, guys, keep them going for the candidates as well. So your predictions for the tier list. Do you agree with the tier list that Magnus announced recently? Have you watched it?
Oh wow, I didn't realize. Really, he did one and didn't go.
It was just a couple of days ago. You were playing the event, the team event. So
I saw he did some content. Wasn't he talking? I saw some clip about him talking about the World Rapid and Blitz. World Rapid.
Yeah, but there is so much chess content these days.
He did the candidates.
So yeah,
he also did the candidates tier list.
Yeah. He said that there will be the top two guys will be the old American guys. So Fabi and Hikaru, obviously, and then he said that there is like a gap. And probably something about Prague. I think he said that Prague is also among the favorites. But somehow he didn't say anything about you, which was surprising to me because you've had such a good year. So what do you think?
There's lots of more factors there than just him giving his objective prediction of an event. And especially when he's talking about the World Championship cycle, I think there's always some extra baggage that comes with it. And when he's talking about me, there's also some baggage. We've had a long, very complicated relationship as competitors, and we've played in tournaments since like 2000. Like my first time I played him, I won. I was 16 years old, I think, and that must have been 2011, I think. And it's been 15 years almost. We've had many games. I lost probably. I wouldn't say I lost most of them. I probably drew most of them, but I lost more than I won. That's for sure. But we also had lots of different interviews we gave to different people, and we've had lots of. So let's just say that he's been mentioning me enough for the past 15 years that he can maybe now once not mention me for one tier list. But yeah, it's his opinion is always very interesting. But again, it carries. It's always a pity when there's some extra baggage. Like if he would, for example, look at a tournament, I don't know, like some 1948 tournament, whatever, Zurich or something like this, and he would be able to look at it, at all the games, the players, and just give his opinion, and it would be nice. But of course, when he gives his opinion on topics like the candidates, then there's the extra things, right? Because he has this whole fight with where he's trying to undermine the importance of the classical championship cycle, right? The title that he has given up. Of course, he has to undermine it. Like even if he doesn't want to, he has to do it. It's his, just in this, like it's just the thing he must do, just game theory wise, right? It's not a personal choice of his. And even if he doesn't do it consciously, his brain must subconsciously do it. His brain must tell him subconsciously that title that we both gave up, me and you, Magnus, me, your brain, and you, the rest of you, that one is not important. It's okay. Let's move on. Let's do other things. So then, whenever he talks about these things, there's always this bias that's going to be inevitable, and that slightly colors it. But still, I find it's fascinating. Like I was watching his clips after World Championship games between Ding and Gukesh. So much insight and. He's trying his best to be objective. He's trying his best to give us a good chess content, a lot of knowledge, a lot of his honest opinions. Also, the fact that he's withdrawn himself from the cycle has some upside, that now he is no longer as attached to his opening secrets and his own his knowledge. He's feeling more comfortable about sharing the knowledge because he feels he doesn't have to compete anymore in the championship cycle. So he can maybe give a bit more opinion here or there. Something he would maybe hide otherwise. So I find all his content just really, really interesting to watch. And I find also there's so many things that I can learn from, and I also like to watch. Sometimes I see some clips of him playing some Tal Tuesday things even, and the way he approaches positions, and yeah, when he talks about tournaments, also very, very interesting, always. And he's yeah, he's trying to be objective, I think, but and he's very objective very often, and it's always very well thought through statements, but always there has to be some bias that is like, I mean, he's part of this world. Like, he has to have he has to be looking at things from his own perspective, and you can't, even if he wants to sometimes step out of his shoes and look at it objectively, it's probably hard to do that when you are in his shoes. So I would still take it with, always with some grain of salt. But I will actually, yes, the first thing after this podcast, I will look up the missed podcast with Magnus that I probably didn't see some content. Yeah, it's a lot of fun for sure for me.
Yeah. So what's your tier list? Whom would you put as the favorites?
I can't quite do that, I guess, as I'm a participant, and I'm way more biased than Magnus is, right? I can indefinitely more. It's very sensible to place Hikaru and Fabi in the top two, simply because Hikaru is the highest rated, and somewhat surprisingly to me, he's has the best score against the field, largely because he's doing well against Fabiano recently, and he's been doing fine against me. I didn't really pay attention much to our score because we haven't played classical for like insane amount of years. But at some point, he's achieved a fine score against me too. Whenever you include Rapid and Blitz, his score will always be good too, right? Because he's better at Rapid and Blitz than classical usually, even better. So his score only gets more amplified if you include Rapid and Blitz too. Yeah, he has this very high rating, right? So it's tempting to just put him there. And he even finished not so bad in the previous candidates. I think he was fighting for second place, right? And the last one, actually, if he won, he would be fighting for something.
He was fighting for the first, I think, if he defeated Gush.
Exactly. Last time he was fighting for the first, and actually the one before that, the time he fought for the second, in hindsight, it would have given him a match if he had won. So he was actually fighting for the championship match twice with the 1 round to go, which is tremendous achievement. It's a tremendous achievement. So just looking at these facts, you have to place him high in the list. And Fabi, of course, obviously, like such a stable player. I mean, for so many years, been winning so many events, and he got to the match with Magnus, and he almost, he took him all the way down and to the wire, and almost won that match as well. So. Okay, I wouldn't say almost won, but okay, almost not lost it, whatever. Yeah, that means almost won. So it's very normal to take these two players, and then okay, you can say a bunch of others they barely played. I think the VE never played the candidates. Prague played, but he didn't come as close as others. Yeah, it was in his outing last time. He gave it a good show. Probably that's why he mentioned Prague. I played in 2 candidates cycles. In the second one, I was in the running with 2 rounds to go, which is okay. I mean, it's not the worst, and I lost both last 2 rounds, and I finished, I think, shared third in the end. But okay, 2 rounds to go out of 14, it means still you're doing okay. Yeah, I think I was on +3. I think I've ended first half with 50%, and then I beat Wang Hao, Ding, and Fabi and then I got me to +3, drew Nepo and MBL somewhere in between there. And then I played Grishuk and Alexeyenko. And last round was white against Alexeyenko, which is a game I was, obviously, at the time I thought I have good winning chances there. So black with Grishuk was really crucial for me. And if I would have won that game, I would be in a great position. But I lost to Grishuk with black, and so it didn't happen. But I think I have a fine showing there in the second candidates. And a lot of other players like Kesipenko and Sindarov, they're very young. They haven't yet participated, so you can't tell much. They also haven't even played that many top tournaments. I mean, they've played, of course, a few. Sipenko beat Carlsen and Vaikanze many years ago, but he didn't play regularly, so you can't also say he didn't win many top tournaments, but he played in like 3 or 2 top tournaments in his life. I don't know how many. So, and Sindarov as well. He's just like rising like a comet recently, and he hasn't yet had the time and the chance to win a lot. And of course, you have Blue Baum as well there, who's kind of playing counter-attacking style pretty much, right? He's just very, very tight. He was playing very tight in the Grand Swiss, but people were taking a lot of risks, and he was really, really in a good form there. Even in his case, you could imagine that, with very good preparation and good start, things could go his way, and people will keep treating him as an underdog, no matter how many points he has, I think. I think if, let's say, you are on +3 and Fabi is on +4 and blue baum is on +2, you will think, okay, blue baum is my, and you play blue baum next game, you think, okay, I have, great opportunity, I have to beat blue baum now, catch Fabi, and then you lose, and Fabi loses, and suddenly blue baum is on +3, so it's can happen anything, but yeah, it's a good field, and I understand if you look at the track record and ratings, you just kind of have to place the Americans at the top. And the one thing I learned about, also noticed about Carlsen and Kasparov is that the way they predict things, they're being like very safe always. They always go with the most, because they treat it as like a, it's just a game, like, and it's like a betting game or whatever. If you want to win the betting game, you have to go with the plus EV gambles. Yeah, you just okay, of course, yeah, you use the rating. Yeah, okay, look at the rating, and finally they end up betting on the highest seed because it gives them the highest chance of victory. But it doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen. But it just still is, if you bet 10 times and 10 candidates, you always pick first seed. Overall, it's going to be a good outcome for you, better than if you always pick a third seed or whatever. So I understand. I think, yeah, if you wanna, if you have to choose one player, you're getting the same odds on everyone. Yeah, just go with the first rated guy. Just my advice, financial advice. just do that.
Makes sense. Yeah. By the way, you noticed. By the way, you mentioned in some of some of your content. I don't remember exactly, but you said somewhere that there were couple of guys whom you considered to be your seconds and for the candidates, and then they got in the candidates. Is it a secret who they are?
No, I didn't consider. I said I wanted to I wanted to ask them to be my seconds. Yeah, if they. Yeah, no, I'll keep it a secret, I guess, by now. But it's, but yeah, I'll reveal that I have different seconds now. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But we can guess because this happened recently.
Yeah.
So
no, it's very limited. Yeah, it was just some World Cup finalists, so it's quite clear who that is. Yeah.
Okay, very interesting. I also wanted to ask you, in a recent interview, you said that. When you were speaking about the team preparation for the recent event that you guys won, congratulations again, by the way. And you said that you were discussing various things with Prag and with Fabi, with whom you were in the same team, and that there is this interesting meta game of what to reveal, what not to reveal ahead of the candidates. And you said, and I quote you, that you discussed the best way to progress in chess with Pragnananda. That what is he doing? What am I doing? And I'm really fascinated, like, what is there to discuss at your level, like the best way to progress? You guys know everything, right? What is...
Well, no, I'm very impressed with the level of preparation you did, because I don't know, like, where this interview came out. I didn't see it myself. I gave it to some Indian paper at some point in Global Chess League. We got so many interviews. Okay, it was crazy there. There was so much content there we were shooting and making, and yeah, I ended up saying all sorts of things. Including this one. Yeah, no, but I think it's the same for everyone. No matter your level, you've achieved this level doing what you're doing, trying your best, and now whatever, yeah, you're stuck, yeah. Like you're maybe stuck at 2000, I'm maybe stuck at 2762, but we are both stuck, yeah. So we're trying to make more efficient the training process and try to see, what are you doing? Because we all know, you have to analyze your games, you have to solve tactics and, prepare your openings, all of that. But still, to what degrees, you do what? And it could easily be that if you spend 20% less time analyzing openings, but 20% more time, or not, use that time basically to do your tactics. Maybe that will help you improve, actually. Or maybe way around, maybe you could spend. So, and because the time is finite, yeah, not infinite, this is why these choices are important. And this is why these cliches are not really helpful, because you already know you have to study openings, you already know you have to do the puzzles, but maybe you spend maybe, okay, not you. Okay, let's take some amateur, maybe he spends 2 hours a day, doing on chess, or 1 hour a week on chess. And maybe I spend like 7 hours a day on chess. But regardless what it is, it's a finite time and I can choose how to spend it. And depending on how I spend it, that will probably determine long-term my the way I progress. So it's a question, you know, it's an open question. Yeah, like how many tactics? How much time you spend solving tactics? Yeah, or do you solve tactics at all? So I think we must have discussed these things with Prague. It was not here. I mentioned that it was. We spoke about it at some point during the Bundesliga a year ago or so. And okay, I didn't say much about that discussion. Was nothing special, but we just had sort of this conversation, and I remembered because we were walking outside, we were talking about this, and yeah, because you know he's also training very hard. He's working with Ramesh, and I had my own different coaching, and a lot of the things we do were common, a lot of things were different. So we're talking about these kind of things, and I think it's very interesting. And it's a question also I get a lot from other players, amateurs as well. They want to know how to improve at chess, but it's the same kind of question that basically slightly different adjustments, but fundamentally the same kind of question that top players also have. Like, what is the right way for me to improve at chess? It's kind of the same thing.
Have you made any adjustments for yourself recently?
Yeah, I think I always make adjustments. I think I'm trying to, because, you know, I have to, like the stakes are very high. And for me, maybe like 10 elo points in strength is very meaningful. So I probably can't afford to run these experiments for very long. Like I can't afford to do the same thing for 2 years and then see what happens. And then again, 2 years, see what happens. And then suddenly I have to retire because I'm too old. So I have to be a bit more dynamic. I have to be a little faster, and I have to take more gambles, because sometimes I think that I can improve the process, but I am not always getting the feedback. Sometimes I feel like, okay, maybe I haven't been doing the most efficient way the last half a year, but I've been getting lucky. So my results have gone up, but actually I can still improve the process. So because of that, I don't have enough time to evaluate. So I'm basically constantly taking small gambles where I'm adjusting things without knowing full well that I'm improving certain things. I'm just basing it on the combination of my results of the other players, and a lot of it is just sort of common sense thinking that I'm trying to think. But it's difficult because you have your biases, and you might not be you're thinking always from your perspective. You might not realize certain things, and it's. But I'm definitely for sure adjusting a little bit my routine always, and trying out different things. Sometimes just not to give up some massive information, but sometimes let's say I would play more training games, so sometimes with different time controls, sometimes less, sometimes play different openings, or so all kinds of different things that you just try out and see how it works. And even that you don't really see how it works doesn't mean that you see the results, because again, it could be that often I remember I had this Vaikansei tournament that I won, I think. Yeah, basically the one that I actually won. There was only one, unfortunately, so far, but unshared. And so I did very well there. But I remember clearly that as a result of the tournament, I felt that I was not. I didn't like my preparation. I didn't feel like I was doing well, but I won the tournament. But actually, following that, I think my rating, I didn't do very well after. So I sort of, and I think I was maybe onto something there. Like I had to change certain things in the way I was working, but I didn't get the feedback right away. But I felt that I should. So sometimes it can be that you do things wrong and you have a good result nonetheless. But then sooner or later, I think in 1-2 year cycle, your results will mostly tell you whether you're on the right track or not.
It's fascinating how top chess players like to keep their secrets. So you did not say what exactly you tweaked in your preparation. Like maybe this, maybe that. Do you think that this will help your opponents if you reveal that you, for example, do puzzles more, do calculation more?
I guess I don't know if it will really help them, but they will get the feeling that they know me. And the unknown. I think this unknown is very important. I think this is something that many people preserve very well. And I had this joke with my friends, because Carlson, for example, is very, very secretive about his process, and no one else but Peter Heine knows I at some point had this very stupid joke with my friends that I was saying, because they said Carlson doesn't use the engine, and I told them, sure, sometimes he takes the laptop to the bathroom and no one sees, and then he's looking in the toilet with the engine, and no one sees, and no one knows that, and he keeps it a secret. But that was a joke. I guess he was. I guess when you are speaking, most likely a person, when he says something, what he says is true. He just chooses not to say certain things. So if somebody says I don't use a chess engine, he probably doesn't use it, right? Yeah, I guess it's always good, because when you something is unknown, it's always is scarier than when it's known. No matter what it is, it's just sort of that notion that you don't know what the guy is doing. You might think there's maybe something special he's doing. maybe something special he's using, some kind of different softwares, or like it's always different methods. Maybe he has some also seconds are kept unknown a bit, because maybe you don't know with whom he's working. If you know exactly somehow, then you just even if it's the Kasparov and Carlsen and Aronian on his team, still okay. At least it's Kasparov, Carlsen, and Aronian, So, but it's scary, maybe. But at least But if you don't know the team, it's somehow it could be Kasparov, Carlsen, Aronian, but it could also be Kasparov, Carlsen, and Ivanchuk. So you don't know. Like it's the unknown is always scarier somehow than the known.
Maybe Anish is talking about his own team for these candidates. By the way, no one knows.
Yes, exactly.
Write your guesses in the comments.
Yeah.
Who is helping Anish? Anish, another thing that I wanted to talk about is your decision to withdraw from the freestyle chess events. Is it like part of the plan to focus only on the things that help you in the candidates and world championship cycle, or how exactly did you take this decision?
Yeah, well, I withdrew from this club. I think they formed a certain club, which was they formed this club and they promised some benefits for the people in that club, which was to me was a surprise. Okay, fine, you give me benefits for just being close, sure. So I was getting the benefits initially, but then they obviously realized it was a waste. There should be no what is this? You have some club and but then they kept the club though, so it's I was like, okay, but then let's not be, because they it's complicated. But when you are having some organization and you're doing some ambassadorship for them, and you can't just basically say that your organization is supported by all the top 20 players or something like this, without asking them. So it's that's why I think I sort of withdrew from that. I didn't really withdraw from anything else, honestly. I didn't participate in events. I was only invited. I don't know if it's a secret, but I guess hopefully not. I was invited to as a replacement for Las Vegas, very, very last minute. I had some plans. I couldn't go there. I don't know if I had time, if I would have done that. I would have to think about it. But so it was not really a choice much for me to... I didn't play any and okay, I don't play the online one. There's some online events, right, for this. But it's, I mean, honestly, already regular chess, it's I rarely get to play these online events. But especially if we start to also, I basically think it's a matter of priorities. Again, limited time you have, limited tournaments you can play, and if there's something you have to be cutting away, for me, it's freestyle, because at least when I play Rapid and Blitz. Regular format, at least it's somewhat useful for my classical games, because at least maybe we play similar positions, or it's the same game essentially. But now it's another game, and the benefits of that are very, very abstract. And if I guess if I had nothing at all to play, I would probably play that. But I just way too much, and if I have to cut off something, it has to start there.
Anish, this is freestyle chess. That's what some media will write after this. If I have nothing to do, I'll play it.
No, but I mean, especially these online events, right? This freestyle fight. There's nothing at stake there. It's not but again, it's I was not really. I mean, the ones to Las Vegas, but I was not invited to the Grand Slam events. But I mean, I think in general, as an extra thing, I think it's exhibition event. I think it's a lot of fun. We also had some Backhouse, there was a Backhouse event, but okay, once they attempt to make an entire circuit and then make it appear as it is a competitor to classical chess, then the conversation is changing. It's a little bit like if you imagine you have a nice dinner, and they ask you, would you like a cheesecake? You say sure, cheesecake, of course cheesecake. I love cheesecake. And okay, you have your whatever, the soup, then you have your pasta, and then they give you the cheesecake. Okay, wonderful, If next time there would be no cheesecake, it would be a pity, You like the cheesecake. But then imagine they say, okay, no, we don't give you the soup. We have a giant cheesecake, which is a little bit liquid at the beginning. Then we have a even bigger cheesecake for the main course, and then we have a cheesecake in the end. And then you're and they're like, hey, don't you like cheesecake? I'm like, no, I like cheesecake. I like cheesecake. Okay, I like chess 960, but Or, but I mean, I need to eat, right? Like, I don't mean that I need the money, but I need to eat. Like okay, I need to play. Like, this is not the. So yes, if it's everything in its own. For me, this is the role of freestyle or 960 tournaments. You know, like there was also Amber epic events, blindfold rapid. Yeah, like this blindfold chess was epic. Yeah, like one of the most epic events in chess history. Blindfold event, rapid blindfold in Monaco, but. Suddenly, if they would try to make an entire calendar filled with blindfold tournaments, okay, it's a different story. Yeah? Then we just have to investigate how it's blindfold for your brain if you play so much, because you know it's like it's a big strain. Yeah. And likewise with freestyles, okay, if you start replacing classical chess, then suddenly we have a different discussion, you know. And that is a discussion that I think is much harder than just saying, okay, I like freestyle. I played when it was like I played the qualifier to World Championship in. A few years back, I think on Lichess it was. I had a good time playing it. I think overall, most top players are good at it as well. Like, so mostly the hierarchy remains kind of similar. The ranking remains very similar. I think the skill set is extremely similar to normal chess. I think I'd probably do okay as I do in regular chess as well. But yeah, I mean, when suddenly they're trying to sort of question the entire chess infrastructure and the existing World Championship cycle, you know, people are misled by just a couple of new, you know, a new season of this very unstable new and basically a different format. Then of course, then it's a different story. And so it's the same. Like, I have nothing against freestyle chess, but again, if it depends a little bit what the intentions are. And yes, I don't want like to have 3 cheesecakes instead of my dinner. Yeah, this is a different story. Maybe somebody does though. And then again, it's a question: should you ask the children what they want to eat, because they probably want to have cheesecake 3 times a day, yeah? Or should there be, you know, should you think more deeper about it and what's more important?
Do you think that it is a possibility that people will become, that people will start to really care about freestyle chess because Magnus is playing and promoting it, and many other top players like it, and some of them like it, like Levon, like it more than classical chess. So is there a universe where it's possible that people start caring about this cycle more than about classical World Chess Championship?
I don't know. Frankly, I haven't spoken about it with Magnus or Levon in like a private conversation. And if I did, I shouldn't be sharing that with you either. But you mentioned some of the interview statements they gave. Yeah, like I don't know. Like if you say Levon likes it more than classical chess, like probably yes, but I don't know. Like what it's probably nuanced. Like let's say, if you are filming an interview, you know, shot during a freestyle chess by the freestyle crew with the organizer standing there, and the prize fund is, I don't know, $750,000, and you are asked, what do you think about freestyle chess? Probably that slightly impacts the way, the phrasing of your answer, yeah? I'm not saying that people are like, cannot stand up for themselves and say what they think, but it's going to impact the phrasing of your answer. And then if you use that quote and you offer it to me here in this interview where we are discussing things in general, then it becomes a bit different. We are arguing past each other a little bit. So it's a question to me. Yeah, again, speaking of caring, like it's a different game. You know, I've also depends maybe for people, but you know, for me, like when I learned chess, my first book, my favorite chapter was about chess openings and the names of them and how like. If you can't take that away, like it's just a different game for me. And
what was the book, by the way?
This one was How to Become a Gentleman. To become a gentleman. This is it's not a chess book, but it had a chapter about chess because apparently the author thought that he didn't know that, so nothing to do with each other. But so I was telling the story always about like how I started chess, and I always say that, you know, like I didn't learn how to become a gentleman, unfortunately for my wife, but at least I know how to play chess. Yeah, so this, but it had some things about chess, and it had like at the end was like just name chess openings, one after the other, just a group like open openings, closed openings, like semi-open games, whatever. So. And I don't know, I like that aspect of the game always. And again, this preparation is crucial again, because, okay, maybe not, but for the, as far as I know, I don't know how all people do it, but the people I spoke to, they don't really prepare during freestyle tournaments. They don't really prepare for the games. Yeah, I think that impacts how much you're going to care.
It takes away something, right?
Yeah, I think so, massively. I think that if you, whatever activity you do, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, like also I imagine if you would only play freestyle, you will end up training for it somehow. You would just play it games, and you maybe start studying theory. But now it's some sort of a weird mix where people are really just studying and playing normal chess, and then there are freestyle events where, as far as I know, people don't really prepare. Maybe some do, I don't know. But like those people that I spoke to, a couple, or honestly just a couple, they didn't. They told me they don't prepare at all. But yeah, it's a philosophical question. I spoke about it to some other colleague of mine, and not Levon, with somebody else. But it's okay, it's a private conversation, so I'll not mention exactly who it is. But we were having an interesting talk about these things and about like how freestyle is similar to chess and what are the differences. And I was more on the side where, you know, I was highlighting the differences, but my friend was telling me more about the similarities, and it's not so clear. For example, the fact that the skills are so transferable from one to the other, it definitely says that there is some kind of special link between regular chess and chess 960. There's some sort of special link there, because you can't say it's Backhouse or you can't say it's checkers, because the skills are too transferable somehow from one to the other that you might wonder, isn't it then essentially the same game with just slightly different variation? But again, yeah, for me, kind of not really. But I mean, it could be different in an alternative universe, you know, where chess 960. It would be a very fun universe for sure, with different kind of preparation methods, different podcasts, the freestyle chess with Mustreader, you know. So it would be a different universe. But right now we are not in that universe, frankly. And right now I think that particular project has to make sure that it survives. Yeah, and I don't know what their plans are.
Yeah, it's unclear. But I think in that universe you were talking about, you would be even more successful as an opening courses
I was making this joke for sure.
Because
I could make 960 more courses. Yeah. It would be selling forever. Yeah.
Definitely. Let's talk about your new project. I don't know how you have time for this all, for making the courses, for studying chess so much, for family life, etc. But you have recently also invested in a startup, and you have not just invested in it. It seems that you are like the one who is posting on the Twitter, for example, sometimes, and I see that you are actually working there at the Chess Monitor.
Yeah.
What? Tell me more about it, please.
Yeah, it's not investment in a startup. I mean, maybe technically kind of is, but it's an interesting way of phrasing that, but it's not how I see the project of mine right now. I mean, yeah, it's a long story, but I'll just tell you the brief part, I guess. Now, first of all, speaking of time, okay, time is an issue for sure, and I would love to do so many more things in general with my time, and in terms of my professional activities, I wish I had 3 times more time. So inevitably, I have to, everything slows down, but. No, with Chess Monitor was actually a really cool thing. So initially how it started is I was preparing, actually it was the first time I remember I was preparing for Daniel Narzycki, who, I mean, recently, unfortunately, obviously everybody knows was a big tragedy. A remarkable part was that he had so many games, online, and we're preparing for the tour event, and he had so many games that to download them was taking a long time, simply because it's I knew that there are these different and at some point I discovered that on Chess Monitor you could find online games very quickly, and later I was using it for that sometimes, and when I would look up like online games of some players, right? And at some point I realized, I think there was a subscription, so I got the subscription because it was easier for me to just get subscription, and then I could just still look at those games. And at some point I thought, it loads really quickly, everything is very fast. I thought it's probably some, I don't know how exactly these technical things work. I assumed, it's based on Lichess, whatever, some kind of Lichess clone thing, and then it works really fast. But then the guy from Chess Monitor wrote me, he said, I heard you're using my software, so cool, and let's talk about it and so on. And we spoke a bit, and then actually I told him, it's a really cool website, very fast. And I guess it's Lichess. He said, no, it's actually not Lichess, it's actually my own, and so on. And I was like, wow. And he said, certain things were like, I'm doing faster than, and so I understood, it was an interesting conversation. And we thought about working together a little bit. And I thought, it was difficult because it's a very small, basically, it's a niche thing, right? Chess already is a niche thing, and here you just basically mostly I'm just using it to look up online games of players, which is such a niche activity to do as well. And technically, you could also do it in other ways. I mean, it would be much harder, but so it didn't quite. But then at some point, I was thinking, and I realized that there were certain projects I wanted to do myself, and I realized that actually this website, it has a very, very good foundation for that. Like, if you add like a lot of features that are in my mind right now, this is really a good place to start from, because it has essentially a very quick, basically back end of everything is very quick. There's already the databases, and we were talking about the different possibilities, and I was telling about different ideas, and it really resonated well with Thomas. Thomas is like the founder of Chess Monitor. He built this website on his own, and then we thought, we could try doing that. We could try to add all these features and finally make a website which basically offers pretty much all the tools you need for opening preparation, which is not so many really. Like, it's not so difficult to do opening preparation, and we have already existing tools, but they can be so much better. And I was always talking about these things with existing tools, different companies, and I was giving them my feedback, but it never was really possible to implement because, okay, I have my feedback, but first of all, this is just my feedback. Nobody cares about it. And secondly, rather than fixing something that already exists, you rather want to make 10 new features. And then also, rather than keeping the customers that you already have, you rather want to get more customers. So it was always difficult to arrange that. But here I felt that, I could help build this product in the way I want to, from start to finish pretty much. Basically, we decided to work together, and I'm essentially like a co-owner, of the website itself. I mean, investment for sure, also of my time for sure, but it is very, very rewarding because first of all, one of the things we did very quickly was I was when I was at the tournament at World Rapid and Blitz team event. At some point we were playing multiple games a day. Everybody was like, we had some time, like hour in between, sometimes half an hour to prepare. And everybody chose their own way. I remember like some people took like the laptop to the venue. It was kind of like funny. We had like Divya was the one carrying, like, so, Divya just moved from India, the World Cup winner. She's like a very, she's like a little girl carrying this big laptop, and then we are like the big man going like easy. So it was kind of funny. So she had the laptop. She was preparing like fully in between games. Most of us were trying something on the phone. And I was looking like basically like at everybody's phones, like what are they all doing? Like how are you? And I was looking like Levon was there and Vidit was there and myself, and I couldn't even like look up my opponent, what he plays exactly. Like everybody was trying different like websites, and like we had an amateur board. He said like, yeah, just Google the name, and then actually one of the top sites just like he was having his own way of. And I was like, okay, we don't even have like I was thinking like, okay, we can't even look up the game properly, in a way where you can properly see it. So I asked Thomas about it, and he said that I can just do it for you in a week. So he built me something where like I could just look up for my opponent and see what he plays. Basically, which basically and then I said, can you just also have the latest engine there? I said, yeah, sure. So he just put me the latest engine, and within a week, using of course already the Chess Monitor website that he had, I had this thing on my mobile that I could use. So I think it was for. I asked it for before the Riyadh for the Esports World Cup, which was quite funny because then he asked me, did it help you? And I told him, yes, I used it a few times. It did help me, but actually it was quite funny because the most important game I had, I was looking up my opponent, but the shocker was that I looked the pairing wrong and I looked for the different opponent than who I played. So it was kind of funny story, but essentially, okay, of course it was, so we had this thing and then we decided to turn it into a mobile app, and it's launching basically now, pretty much. And it's for now a very simple app where you just can search by name the opponent and find his class, like over the board games, Lichess accounts, Chess.com account if you want. You can choose which one, and then you basically prepare and you can see what he plays in a very with the interface that like I want basically for me, because okay, you could display all sorts of things, yeah, about people, but like the things that I was looking at, like they're there, and you have the latest engine. I think there are potentially more things to be built in on top of that, of course, because okay, for the whole process of preparation, this is basically one of the steps, yeah, that you look what the guy plays, and I think on top of that you could. We will build more things where first of course you can see, you could have your own files. You could also have content as well, right? Like you can do on Chessable and so on. So I think it's a very exciting project that I'm embarking on, and I'm really happy that Thomas wants to do it because he's a really great developer. And normally speaking, the thing I always was like what always stopped me from doing this earlier, because I always thought, of course, I know I'm always using these tools that are like the same, and I always frustrated with the exact same problems I face. But then I realized that in order to make something like this, you need to have like professional developers, and you can't afford that in chess because you know, like you have to. The guy should make probably more than I make, you know, or like so it's just unaffordable to ever do that. But with Thomas, it was his own passion project as well, and he wants to try and make a cool website, a cool app where basically the goal is to just have a website where there's all you need for opening prep, and there isn't that much. And like I'm also not really a big believer right now into like massive like innovation or like AI, you know, because everybody's like AI, right? Like AI telling you what to play, because I think AI cannot. Okay, there's no AI, it's ChatGPT, but cannot really tell you what to play. I think just the tools that I'm using, like if we'll build it in a smarter way and with good user interface, I think it could be. It could be something I will enjoy using myself. And I think there's still a very big group of people that is preparing for their games. And I don't know how big that group of people is. So I don't know how many like potential customers are there, let's say. But I think there are really many. And there are also many up-and-coming players. Because, you know, when I was a kid myself, I also needed this. I was also using tools, and I was like reusing like old books, and opening encyclopedias and preparing and comparing it with what the engine says and using all these things. But I think, the kids of today, with the technology right now, they deserve much better experience than I had. And I think eventually the ambition is to build a website where everything for your opening preparation will be there. And I think the potential for that is huge. And people that will be using it is like of course, the professional players, but also serious amateurs, serious club players, and all the young players trying to become professional players. Because I think, essentially, like they'll have all the basic tools that I used. And I think from what I have seen in my entire chess career, everybody's doing pretty much the same thing. Like everybody has their own preferences, but everybody is looking at what opponent plays. Everybody is using chess engines, and everybody is looking for content, who recommends what where. So I think basically if you structure it well, it's going to be something really really useful for chess world. And it's, for me, it's not really an investment thing, because I don't think like chess is a place where you have to make your big money or something, but it's just it's a world I live in. Like opening preparation is something that's very dear to me, and I want to basically share my own knowledge, basically, and build something that I can build in a area that I understand. And that's what I want to do. I wouldn't say it's not really like I wouldn't call it like I'm an angel investor in a startup. That's really not. That's really not it. Don't worry.
Yeah, but maybe technically you are, and it's good to hear that you guys are building this tool. I've tested it already. Yesterday you sent me the link, and I tested it. I like it. I like the interface. So I hope you guys will have success. I also, when you said this about the way kids used to prepare. When we were both kids, we even played, I think, in the same Russian championships for juniors in Dagomis. And I remember that you had to buy, I think, scanned copies or like Xeroxed copies of opponents' games.
Buy? Did we have to buy them?
Yeah, you had to give
money.
My
coach, you had to give money for this. My coach was probably, you had to buy them. Yeah, these papers, right? This from the last round. Yeah. Oh, I had them. Oh no, I think I didn't. You sure we had to buy?
I
oh my God,
so.
My coach was probably buying.
Yeah.
No, of course. But yeah, but it's very simple. Like, okay, AI is not going to help you really. It's you just have to see what the opponents have played before, and then you have to make up your mind on what you want to play. It sounds extremely simple, and it is. But I'm in the chess world for so many years, and believe it or not, like it seems it's a challenge, like for people to get it right, because it's not so easy. And the big problem is that what I always found with other places is that they are not really using themselves, so they don't know what's needed, what's not exactly. So they're trying to think what is needed, but like I know what I need, right? Like I'm using it. And also, for example, to test for like bugs is like very easy, because I'm sure any kind of website or any app, it has like a bunch of bugs in the sense that you can perform certain actions and break the thing in a way, But the thing is, like, there are certain actions that you maybe never perform. Like you maybe in Uber, if you maybe input an address 3 times differently and then click the button 2 times and then some other button, it will maybe not work, that button. But that is an action that you never performed and never will. And maybe that's broken. But like, there are certain actions that you always perform, and that causes an issue, and that has to be fixed, right? But sometimes I also look at certain web pages of like chess websites and stuff, and I just see that, okay, like, why is it not working? I think probably because they never used it or something. They never tried. Even the people that have made it, they never really tried it. So I see someone who uses it, I sort of know what needs to be displayed in a way, and what are the actions you need to perform really to prepare. And I see it more honestly as like an almost an educational, like passing on my knowledge of how to prepare pretty much. Eventually this is how I see it. Like I also want to do content later on where I just teach people how you should prepare pretty much. Like what are the right ways, the right tools. And one of the exciting things I want to do, and I was planning to do it earlier, but with candidates, I have to postpone it for after the candidates, is I want to bring out the content, opening content, but in a very different way than how I did it before with the courses. But that gets, of course, delayed because I can't do this while I'm preparing for the candidates. There's the conflict there so probably I'll do it after that, but I had some thoughts already before. I was always thinking way before Chess Monitor. I was thinking like, what would be the right way for me to share my knowledge, on how to work on openings and on the openings, like, because I think I was making all these chessable courses, which I think I did a very good job, but there were certain issues, certain things that I didn't like about certain parts of this job that I felt like I didn't like. Certain parts of it I did like. So I was thinking what it would be, what should I do, and I had all kinds of different thoughts of like. How to convey my knowledge, how to share my knowledge, and how to do it. But then at some point, as I was thinking about the Chess Monitor, suddenly I had this thought of how can I connect these two things. Basically, how I can make content that I want to make, and how that would fit in really well with Chess Monitor as a website. And but this is, again, it's all a long-term thing. Right now we have this app, and it's really useful. We're starting World Rapid and Blitz now, being able to prepare on your phone. And again, it's not about the features that you have. It's just, it needs to be very crisp, because if you start to have to like resize things and it slips out of your, like, it's the level of tension is so high, that if you have 10 minutes to prepare, it has to be an absolutely seamless experience between just looking up what the guy played. And it's very little things you need, but you need them right. You need to be able to see, at a glance. And so we got this app, and I think we've got the start of it really right. And I think it's a great tool to help people prepare for the games on the go right now. And I think as we'll expand more and more in the next couple of years, eventually it will become a very interesting project for a very targeted niche, basically, of chess players that take the game like very seriously and like to prepare. So. But at the same time, it's also a lot of chess amateurs. They like the website in general because a lot of cool stats on the Chess Monitor website. You could see like your daily activity. You can see like your ELO estimation. It's actually based on some pretty cool, pretty sophisticated algorithm. Yeah, so it's not like some random estimation. It's kind of interesting how that's done. So there's some cool features that even chess amateurs like for sure. And these are, I think, free. Basically, most of it is free. So I think it's a nice way to combine. You have the free features for amateurs that just enjoy your website, but you're also building something a tool to help people prepare. And I think eventually start to look like charity. Basically, the deal that I'm offering, like eventually will be charity. Right now, of course, there's a subscription for certain things, but eventually, when there will be content and there will be so much more that I'm offering, and so much time I'm putting it in, that basically it's not gonna be like a big money making thing for me. I'll just be spending a lot of time, and it's just a project that I really want to do. And I don't know how big it will grow, but the intention is not, let's say, that like I buy the product, I promote it, and then I sell it. That's not the point. It's like, it's just a way for me to try to share my knowledge in the right way, and just to feel that my time is used properly and I have a good outlet for this course. Because, with chessable courses, there were some, it's some of it was good, but I was not fully behind everything the way it's done. And it's not my company, right? I can't really impact the format. I can't impact the strategy of who does the courses, when the courses come out. Big thing I considered was making my own course website. Like I thought about that for a long time, but then I realized that when this became a thought, I realized it's much better to just do it as part of Chess Monitor.
Yeah, good luck with the project. We will link Chess Monitor in the description for everyone who wants to try it. Okay, guys, so I didn't mention this, but we are recording this just before Qatar, Doha, World Rapid and Blitz Chess Championships. And I know you will be watching this in 2026, but we are here still in 2025. We don't know how well Anish will perform in the event, but I will be a warm-up for him today, and we will play our traditional time odds Blitz game, 1 minute against 5. If it's comfortable for you, Anish, are you ready?
Wow. Yeah, I'm on touchpad, so I think that will be very bad.
So
1 against 5, yeah. That's where do you play?
Chess.com usually, but Lichess is also fine. Does whatever.
Yeah, maybe Lichess easier, yeah, especially with.
Okay, guys. So we are playing with time odds. If Anish's time gets down to just 4 seconds, he loses. So, but that doesn't give me much hope, of course. Okay, I'll play the French. I'll play Anish's recommendations. I'll try to do this. Maybe not. Okay. Okay, let's go. Oh, the Gambit. I like it as well.
You're well prepared, of course. Yeah.
I play this with white, actually.
Oh, no.
I like this one.
I'm a big fan of this new trend, this Martian, this alien Gambit, all this stuff. Big fan.
Yeah, okay.
This is hilarious stuff. But this is a very good one, yeah? This is not like your...
this is
not out of this world, yeah? This is like some kind of... It's like... The Hague Gambit. It's nothing to do with... It's not like Mars or aliens or... You don't need to invoke alien civilization for this. It's just earthly business.
Yeah, strictly earthly business. Okay.
I know that you're very strong on the board. I shouldn't be fooling around.
Thank you for saying this, but I doubt that you should be in any danger. Okay, bishop here. Interesting.
But I will not be worried. I saw the interview of Levon after Freestyle, some tournament. He said, what I like, by the way, about Freestyle, because we're so negative about all this, but I love the interviews they do, because players are much more relaxed during the Freestyle events. So interviews are much better.
Yeah.
And Levon said he lost to this. He said, I lost to some streamer, he said, before the start. But now I know what that's not so important, so I managed to win the tournament. So I hope... if I lose to you, it will be a good omen for me.
Yeah, Leon lost to VT Alien, by the way.
Yes, exactly. Of course. I understand, yes.
For the audience.
To the Martian Gambit.
Yeah. That was impressive. Okay, this...
The Final Frontier, yeah?
Yeah, this is fun.
The Final Frontier. You should also be careful very often when you have more time on the clock at the beginning. You forget that it's also dangerous for you to lose on time. I have won many times like this on time against people.
Yeah.
Is this working? No, this is some kind of Martian gambit as well.
I don't know why I went for this.
Oh, wow.
I thought that I have... But you're escaping. Or maybe you're not. Okay, maybe I got too inspired by with you, Alien.
Yeah, for sure.
In this one.
Let's see. Running.
Yeah.
At least we got a king run. At least we got some content. If I will not be able to run away, it's going to be very unfortunate. But I hope I will be.
You probably will be.
Yeah, I think it's close, but it's not. No cigar. I'm running.
Okay.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, I will risk it. We'll risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah, probably there is no risk for you. I have a
well,
feeling.
my king is, yeah, sometimes the king can be more exposed, but still safer than the other.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's the case. There's also this game, King of the Hill, yeah, where you have to get the king to d4 and then you win. So I'm winning in that game as well.
Okay, I'll resign this time. I don't know, I just lost my mind.
Yeah, that knight c5, it looks like kind of tactic that can work, but not exactly. Not exactly. Knight g5.
Let me check the position already. I was not feeling too well in that one.
Yeah, I mean, of course, but this gambit is in general, like you have to be very precise if you want to be feeling good. Like it's, you can't, I think bishop c5, bishop b6, probably I could go bishop a3 directly.
Bishop d6, yeah, already it's +1.
Yeah, I see.
But of course, there was no need to sacrifice a piece.
Yeah, you have to be like super precise, like early on, instead of bishop c5.
What
develop the knight? And
I should have just developed knight g to e7 or what?
Yeah, speaking by the way of my courses, the funny thing is that in my initial French was my first chessable course. Yeah, I think I forgot this gambit. Like I honestly forgot about this gambit.
You edited later, initially. Didn't you? I saw the line. Yeah,
I did, and the process of adding it later, I don't know how smoothly it went, because I made some kind of separate Chess24 series, and then Chess24 later was shut down and all this. But I edited it, yes, and I added some line there. But I have an interesting different way of presenting the opening content. It will be. I'm curious if people will like it, because this whole notion of you know, this course, like the way it is, like that you are doing some recommendation, all this. I'm not sure it's, you know, it's like you're feeding people, you know, like they say, don't give the fish, but learn to fish, yeah, like kind of thing. I want to empower people to, you know, learn openings themselves, and not just that I have to choose for them, like what to recommend, where, all this.
That sounds interesting. I'll definitely be looking forward to your new announcement. Anish, thank you for the conversation, for the game, and good luck at the World Rapid and Blitz. I know that you may not care as much about this one, but still,
no, but of course. And now I'm a little worried, because Levon gave this interview where he lost, right, the streamer, and to Alien, and I the opposite. Now I'm worried. Now maybe it's a bad omen but I hope you forgive me for this for this game.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't want any. Of course, well played, and most important, you stayed true to the spirit. You sacrificed, kept initiative. Just I prevailed.
Yeah,
thank you.
But this one was not in your course. There was a different line for white. But there are lots of them. It's hard to prepare for this gambit. Yeah.
No, but I mean, of course, this is in my black course. Yeah, so for people who are having my black French course, they should be, of course, not discouraged. Yeah, sometimes black can also be fine. This went wrong very fast.
Yeah. It's just that would the roles be reversed, then you would have seen a different picture. Yeah. So obviously.
Yeah, and I'm also wondering actually, like how much people remember from all these courses. Yeah, like because it's. Like this line, I myself barely remember what I recommended. I'm curious how it is for the students. It's so difficult to memorize everything.
It's very hard. I happen to remember it because I recently reviewed it because I'm playing this with white for sometimes. But you give slightly different move order for white here.
With white, I think I don't recommend this pawn. So I go a3 and against the knight h6 line, I do this. Yeah, that's what you mean.
But no, I'm talking about the black course as well. In the black course, you give lines not with video, but you later edit them, I think. You give lines where white pushes h4 immediately and then goes knight bd2, I think. And then there is some h5, h5, and sometimes even h6, g6, h6, knight g8, something like that. And the h6 pawn falls for white.
Wow,
there's this line.
Okay. Oh, wow. This I forgot definitely. What I remember is that there were moves a6. I think I went somewhere a6, queen c7. That's what I remember. And then f6. Yeah, this is probably what I gave in the course, right? a6, queen c7.
a6 was definitely one of the moves. Yeah, and then h5, g6, h6, knight g. After knight g7, knight g8.
No, opening theory, very confusing, very difficult, very confusing. But I'm following also your journey. So I'm sometimes, watching your channel. I like how much passion you also have for the games. And the other day, you posted on Twitter some game of yours. Okay, I thought I should probably stop commenting on all the tweets I see. So I didn't comment, but you had some really good game. And I see sometimes also you are checking the accuracy, right, on chess.com. I'm curious, like how well this sort of tells you about the quality of your game, because that time, for example, you had played a really good game, and I think it was undervalued a bit. While the other times, I also wonder this accuracy. I see some high accuracy on my own game, and I wonder okay, what was so special? So I think it should be taken with a grain of salt, but no, for sure. So I love your enthusiasm for chess and opening. So keep it up.
Thank you so much, Anish. Then, guys, don't forget to comment, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You see Anish likes my content, so probably will you if you see me for the first time. And see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys.